Today we're going to be learning about artist Vincent van Gogh. He was born in 1853 and died in 1890. He's from the Netherlands. You can find more of his work and research him at vangoghmuseum.nl. This is one of his self-portraits he completed in 1887. This painting is called The Bedroom. It was painted in 1888. This painting is called Sunflowers. It was painted in 1889. The last painting we're going to look at is The Starry Night. It was painted in 1889. This is one of Van Gogh's most famous pieces of art. Hey guys, since we just learned about Vincent van Gogh and his famous paintings, today we're going to be creating a sunflower. The first thing I want you to do is find the middle of your paper. We're working horizontally today. You can work vertical or horizontal on this painting. I'm going to work horizontal. You want to find the middle of your paper. I'm just putting a little dot. And we're going to draw the center of the sunflower. The sunflower has a big center and smaller petals, so you want to try and draw a circle. This is round as you can get it. You could also use a bowl or a cup to help you create a circle. I'm just going to draw one out. Once you have your circle the way that you want it, we're going to start to add some petals. The petals are a curved line, like a little rainbow line, and another curved line that meet up. They get skinnier towards the center of the sunflower, and then wider, and then skinnier. So we're going to go around the whole circle, adding some sunflower petals. If your petals go off the paper, that's okay. Just make sure you're taking your time, doing skinnier at the bottom, wider, and then to a point at the end. You can look back and see if you need to change any petals, make anything thicker or thinner. Once you have your petals drawn in, we're going to use a Sharpie. You can use a crayon, marker, whatever you have at home. And as we always do, we're going to outline on top of our pencil lines. And then trace each petal. Remember to work slowly so that you do not have to go back and erase lots of pencil lines. Once you're done tracing, use your pencil, go back and erase any lines that you need to. I'm going to be using paint today to paint my sunflower. You can use markers, crayons, whatever you have at home. I'll be using these 3 colors. The first thing I'm gonna grab is a brush. There are 2 different kinds of brushes. There's a square tip brush. It has a very straight edge, and a round brush. It has more of a curve at the top. I'm going to be using the straight brush for the middle of my sunflower. So I'm going to dip into the brown, and I'm going to start to paint in the center of my sunflower. Try to stay in the lines with your paint. Go slowly. Make sure you are spreading your paint out. Sometimes we tend to glob up our paint. It will take it forever to dry. So we're going to make sure to spread it out really well. Work slowly around the edges. The square brush kind of helps give you an easier way to stay right up against the edge of your Sharpie line. Once you have this done, you can wash your brush or grab a different brush. I'm going to be using my round tip brush for the petals. I'm going to dip in some yellow paint. In the same way I just painted in the brown, you want to work very slowly to stay in the lines and spread out your paint. We're going to paint in all the petals yellow. Try not to get your hand in the wet paint. If you've already painted a petal, it may be easier to turn the paper as you work so that your hand will not get in the paint. Remember to spread out your paint. If your petals go off the paper, be extra careful not to get it on your table unless you have a cover underneath your paper. And if you do get it on your table, a parent can help you wipe it up, or you can grab a paper towel and wipe it up really quick. Almost done. Remember to try to stay in the lines that we drew with our Sharpie. And if you mess up, it's okay. You can use paint to cover it back up. Once you have your petals painted, the middle part should be starting to dry. If you are at home and a parent can help you, you can grab a Q-tip, and I'm going to use black paint and dip my Q-tip in the paint, and then I'm going to start to make little dots all over the center of my sunflower. These can overlap, they can touch each other, some can be really dark, some can be lighter. This is going to give us the look of the sunflower seeds that come out of the middle of the flower. If you are not using paint, you could use your outlining Sharpie or crayon to create little dots in the center of your sunflower. Just gonna spread these out all over the center of the sunflower. Once you're finished with that, I'm going to use my Q-tip to do a small solid black circle in the middle. Sunflowers usually have kind of a dark spot in the center, so we're just going to spread this around with our Q-tip. And there's your sunflower. Great job.